Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's Hex Update Saturday for June 7th, 2014. Now this week we actually had a couple patches roll out. One was going to be a patch, and then we had a second patch follow there shortly after because of some hot fixes. So first of all, let's go over the patch 0.9.1.006. Yes, they are getting long numbers, but that's okay. So, tournaments. Go over tournaments first. In this current patch here is Swiss drafts are now available. They've fixed some layering issues with the tournament queue window. You can now select sleeves for decks in your limited tournaments. Players are no longer incorrectly allowed to make changes to their deck or champion during limited tournaments between rounds. When players created their deck list before the tournament, they are supposed to start with that deck in the beginning of each round and then use their reserves between games. Once you choose a champion, that is you, the player, and should not change. So that's some things they did with the tournaments there. They did some stuff with the store. They added a confirmation step when buying multiple of a product. Fix a display of quantity of primal packs received. Wheels of Fate icons should now be colored properly in every instance. There have been some key I don't want to say misguided information, but misconceptions about the Wheels of Fate and when you win prizes, when you don't win prizes. So they're trying to kind of clear that up for all of us. Because even myself, I was like, what? That should have been a win, but maybe not. So they'll get it all figured out. 3 red hearts result on Wheel of Fate. Now properly award an extra booster pack in all cases. And now you can now spin a chest when you have exactly the amount of gold required. For some reason you couldn't do before. Not exactly sure why, but that's been resolved, so that's good. Just some general stuff. Players should no longer need to relaunch the client to see some rewards. People were getting really confused. They'd log in, they're like, hey, where are my rewards? I don't got them here. And the chat would blow up, say, oh, you gotta log out, log back in. So good that they got that fixed there. You can now properly pass priority after reconnecting to a game. Wasn't aware that you couldn't do that because I rarely get disconnected from a game. Players can no longer accidentally pass priority while zoomed in on a card. That's good. Some of the other things here, there's a whole lot of things that they did. I'll just go ahead and link the actual article again into the description. You can take a look at that for yourself as well and go through all the changes if you want to. Another one here, logging out and back in will no longer visually look like a player's items have been duplicated. This is a thing that I discovered a long time ago, and I posted it on the forums, and they finally got that corrected, so that's good. Gems are now listed more clearly. Let's see what they mean by that. What do they mean by gems are now listed more clearly? Let's take a look and see if we can get a card here. Where is he at? What is this? Is not, it's kind of slow. Let's see if we can pull up a Figgy. Where is he at? Let's take a look at him. Blood Orb Deception, Blood Orb Prime. Is that what they mean? I guess I don't know. Well, that that's new. That one there means it must be socketed. Do we take him out? No. How do you take the gem out, you suppose? You want to take the gem out, but that's new there. So this interface does look like it has been updated a little bit. It does tell you the type. That's one thing they put in here. There we go, the type. Some people were having a difficult time telling what was a major and what was a minor gem. A lot of us know that if we were in the alpha, that the prime gems were always the major gems, and just the regular awarded gems were the minor gems. So now they got a minor and a major type column here, so that's good. So yeah, I think overall this interface is a little better. Before I didn't think it was confusing at all. Now this is far better than the very first gem socketing interface they had. That one was awful. It was very difficult, non-intuitive. You had to really play around with it to get it to figure out how it actually works. So yeah, I like this change here. That's a good one. Let's see here. What else do we got here? Chat text can no longer be incorrectly displayed outside of the chat box. They've been having some problems with this chat box since like day one, and I always have the issues every now and again where the chat box separates in multiple pieces, and then from there it's just like, oh great, here we go. Or every now and again when somebody would link a card. I think they fixed this a couple patches ago where all the script text would show up for a second. Let's see, adjusting chat opacity. Now correctly adjust the opacity of the friends list in the chat window. Good deal. Some gameplay stuff. Headless Executioner will now properly display this troop can't block text in all cases. This is display change only. Let's see here. Boldheart now puts the correct text on His Majesty King Gabriel. This is a display only change as well. Correct players now losing time during cards that have reveal effects. That's good, because that was a very big issue in draft where, you know, when a card would come into play and it would have some type of come into play effect, both timers were taken down, even the person whose turn it wasn't. So I'm glad they got that fixed there. Wild Growth now correctly reduces its cost to 0 and cannot go below that. I've had Wild Growths in my deck before. I've tried to run, you know, I'd run them because it's not a bad card, but I've never been able to redraw it at 0. So, and I've never seen it go redraw more than once to go below 0. But good, they got that fixed there. Corrupted Afterlife no longer incorrectly buffs Jadam with the cost of the troops that are transformed. Replicas created by Mimic and Replicator's Gambit can no longer incorrectly be reverted to their non-replica card form. Interesting. I guess I never even would have thought of to do that, since they come out as replicas and you can't, you know, you could do a revert or something on it, I suppose. Like, somebody probably tried that and it worked, and I guess it wasn't intended, so they fixed that one. That's good. Just a few known issues here. When using the turn off filters button, it can cause a card collection display issue. Note the server still knows the correct number of cards, and this, that, and the other thing that you guys have going on. We all know this. Our clients check in with the server, and that's where all of our card collection actually is. It's not actually on our computer here. Troops are keeping gem effects through transformation. Swiss prizing is not 1 pack per win. Currently, 1st through 7th gets 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. So if you get 1st, you get 3 packs, 2nd's 2 packs, 3rd's 2 packs, 4th's 2 packs, 5th, 6th, and 7th are all 1 pack apiece. Let's see, the Wheels of Fate will currently spin endlessly when you land on the single red eye. You will receive your reward, but you'll have to leave the screen and come back. That's the patch that came out on Tuesday. Now let's look at the actual 0.006C hotfix patch notes here. First of all, they resolved an issue that prevented games from continuing after Counter Magic and similar cards were played. The gold payout for receiving 2 gold eyes in the Wheels of Fate is now correctly 2,500 gold. Players that receive a single red eye in the Wheels of Fate will no longer get stuck on the spinning wheels. Good to know. Protectorate Defender now has its game text back. Sometimes you wonder how these issues happen, like the game text just disappears from the card. I mean, why did that happen? Who made that change? Or, you know, it's just, I would like to see how integrated and cohesive everything is in the actual HEX code itself. I mean, if you make, you know, coming from a programming background myself, I know how tightly wound some things can be if you make a change, you know, on you know, one of your data objects down way in the data layer. It can certainly affect, you know, something way up in the UI layer. But I'd like to see, I would like to be able to see that, but I probably never will. Let's see, tournament Swiss drafts are now available. Okay. Fix some layering issues. Okay, this is just going over some other stuff that they added on. Okay, so yeah, the hotfix actually only resolved those 4 or 5 things there. Another one was they resolved an issue when transitioning to the victory defeat screen would prevent a client from leaving that game. So good. I'm happy to see that hotfix came out. It came out basically the same day, just a little bit later on in the evening, I believe. Yeah, so other than that, that's pretty much all that's going on. No more news on the actual HEX Entertainment Wizards of the Coast thing. Like I said before in previous videos, I will not say anything that people say in the forum. It's got to come right out of CZE's or Corey's mouth, or some employee, some type of update from CZE is the only thing that I will reiterate on these videos here, because I'm certainly not going to get into just that speculation stuff. Other than that, that's really all we got this week. Other than that, this video, just to let you know, this video is actually recorded on Friday morning at 9 a.m. Because by the time you watch this, I will not be at home. I will be in a forest somewhere camping for the weekend. So I decided to do it a little bit earlier. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens, you know, in the next 24 hours, so I missed something. But if it does, you know, we'll make a quick video maybe on, you know, Monday along with the showcase card of the week or something along those lines. So other than that, if you liked the video, go and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more HEX updates Saturdays, be sure to go ahead and click subscribe down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.